For today's video, I'm going to go over some of the basic tools I use for brass conversion and actually go step by step of a rough overview of converting 300 Winchester short mag into 6.8 Western. Some of the tools I use in general. I started using these little jigs from 3D Elite Design. They're designed to mount onto these little 2-inch benchtop chop-off saws from Harbor Freight. Slick little deal. You pop your brass in, you chop it off, you just simply push the next one in, chop it, go to your next one. You can knock off the larger portion of the trim really fast. Real handy little tools. You'll want a case neck trimmer, because in the event of something like this where I converted 308 brass into 6mm Creedmoor, your case neck's going to be way too thick. You're going to need the case neck trimmer. It's not necessary with the brass I'm using, going from the 300 short mag to 6.8 Western. Another thing you'll need is you want to bump the shoulders back just a couple 10,000ths too far. In general, when you're sizing them, make sure you get good head space after that first firing and all. I found the easiest way to do that, because I do multiple caliber conversions when I'm running low on brass and can't find what I need. I mill that off of my shell holders. I know a lot of guys mill it off of the actual die. I find I get the same results milling it off the shell holder. The shell holder is a lot cheaper. This one shell holder covers a lot of different calibers, and I only had to mill that once. I didn't have to mill each die. So that's a little tip for you if you're wanting to do brass conversions and are looking at information out there. Good way to save yourself a lot of time and some money. So let's just go over the base of what I do to convert the 300 short mag into my 6.8 Western. Starting with a little chop saw. And you're not cutting off a ton, but just enough that doing this step is really going to save you a lot of time. I still trim them a little longer than what I need, so that when they size, they are just a touch too long, so that I can get a better, cleaner trim on my final trim. Here's some I've already trimmed down and lubed up. Put them in there, and you just size it. And she comes out looking pretty. Then I'll go to my case trimmer. Because I have these really close, I can turn that little bit by hand. It just takes off a few of those little freckles. Deburr it. And now I have 6.8 Western out of 300 short mag. That's as simple as it is with most. It's just trim, lube, size, trim again, do the rest, you're good. Right now, 6.8 Western brass has not been hard to find. If it ever is, if it doesn't really take off in popularity, it's nice to know you can use any of the short mag brasses. They'll convert. Brass conversions in general are not that hard. Some of them are a little trickier, trying to get 308 all the way to your 6mm Creedmoor. You can't go straight to it. I run that through a 243 die first, and then I run it through my 6mm Creedmoor, and I cut them off first. you follow those basic steps, it's really not that hard. Just try, get yourself some headspace gauges if you're really concerned about getting everything exact. But overall conversions are not that hard. If for some reason 6.8 Western doesn't take off, there's other options out there. When we were in our shortages like we were, I had a ton of 308 brass. That's why I started converting some of the others. I may or may not do some videos in the future on that. I think it'd be more so if people watch this and say, hey, I'd like to see a more detailed, more complete video on something like turning that 308 into the 6mm Creedmoor. I can do that if there really is interest for that. But doing brass conversions in general are not that hard. And if there's certain cartridge caliber selections out there that you're looking at, but you're like, oh, they're really, that's not that popular, I can't get ammunition, I can't get brass. Well, if you can get the reloading dies in a similar brass, I even use my 300 short mag, I size it up and use it in my 325 WSM. Good luck finding 325 WSM brass and ammo. There's some out there, but it's limited and hard to find. Well, I can find, plus I already have a bunch of my 300 short mag. I'll just convert it to what I need. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any other questions or want a little more detailed of the steps, I can do that, but I just wanted to show you guys it's not that hard, it's not that expensive. There are little things that other guys aren't doing that you can do to save money by milling shell holders instead of multiple dies. So just let me know if you'd like more of this type of content and more detail, and I'll go from there if you guys do. Hope you guys enjoyed this video.